Hey Bodgers, just stopped a little break in the old chariot. My usual place. Apart from the traffic, it's quite quiet really, and the wind. Sorry if there is a bit of wind. How's that? Yeah, well, Bodger Blogs number 2, I guess. Thought I'd show you where I stop. You know, we've got some wheat in the field here. You know, baking your breads and whatever else. I grew up on a farm. We had crops and beasts as well. We had beasts. We had cows, bullocks mainly for beef. The odd sheep too and stuff like that. And you know, I grew up looking at things like this really. Let's get over the fence, shall we? Away from the traffic. Too much noise. Sorry about that. Yeah, you know, so I grew up with this sort of stuff. That's Drax Power Station. That's near where myself and Adi live, over in the distance over there. And you used to see Ferry Bridge in Eggborough. Obviously we know the fate of Eggborough. Anyway, back to farms. So yeah, stuff like this. It's what makes your bread. And the thing is, it feels like this where you start to build housing estates and new homes and stuff. The thing is, you don't grow this in the garden of an home, do you? So how do people expect to feed the nation, you know? Support your farmers. They've got it tough, you know. I know, you see they're all the fancy gear and stuff, you know, they're fancy tractors and combine harvesters and stuff, but they cost a fortune. And the only paying for, it's you buying your bread and whatever else pays for it. Your potatoes and carrots and all that sort of stuff. A lot of family farms have gone now. They've found it too hard to make a living. And they get bought up by big corporations and the land gets farmed to death. And a lot of history's lost. Farmers know the land. They know what crops to put in and things like that. And you know, if we don't support the farmers, we start building houses on it, all this stuff goes to waste, you know. I can't see what's wrong with building houses on brown land, you know, where a factory's been knocked down. Stick houses on that. It's in the cities where people want to live, and there's shops and amenities and things. Yeah, it's all very picturesque, you know. This is Yorkshire, you know. It's one of the most beautiful places in the planet. That's why I'm a Yorkshireman, you know. I'm very proud of being a Yorkshireman and being from a farming background. I'm a bit rough and ready, and you know, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. But it's part of my heritage, you know. Where else would you rather be? Over there, that's the River Humber, the Humber estuary, as it comes in, heading to Goole, and then onto the canal system from way back when in the 1800s, that still leads over to Manchester and that way on. I think you can even get over to Liverpool if you need to do. But again, it's things that get lost, you know. Nobody really uses the canals anymore. Everything goes by road. Just to this side of the Humber, the M62 motorway. Everything's on wagons, containers, vans. We don't even move the big items. You know, these here wind farm propellers and things, they're made over at Hull, that way. But they don't ship them down in on ships and boats and things, inland. You know, they stick it on a wagon, don't they, and hold everybody up. Never seen point in that. But yeah, back to the farming. Sorry, I get, you know, I go off a bit. You'll find that in these blogs. Yeah, back to the farming. You know, buy local. Look for your little red tractor on your food and stuff like that. On your meat. You know, pig farmers and those who farm for lamb and stuff like that. It's a bit hard, you know. They aren't worth anything, aren't the animals? The farmers are running at a loss mostly. But instead we go buying, you know, Danish bacon and stuff like that and fetch it in from abroad. Australian lamb. Does nothing for our boys and girls. Help them out a bit, you know. Because otherwise, all this, it's all its greatness, majesty and beauty. Nature at its best, you know. Oh well, your farmers have ploughed up all the woods and the forests to plant crops. Yeah, thousands of years ago they did, and you know, yeah, the fields have got a little bigger for the bigger machinery and things as time's gone on, but they do manage, you know. This edge here, be teeming with life, bugs and things, you know, even down here. Yeah, this is probably where a lot of these van drivers have a wee and whatever. But, you know, there'll be beetles, there'll be spiders, and those spiders and beetles get eaten by the birds that live in this tree. And then you'll find that there'll be, you know, sparrowhawks and other birds of prey that'll live in, maybe in that tree, that'll feed off the birds. And you'll have foxes and badgers and deer. Where I live is rural. I've got deer and they appear in my front garden from time to time. You know, you can hear the foxes in the morning. If you don't support your local farmers and your local landowners, you know, I don't know, we've got stately homes here in the UK. They own lots and lots of land. And some might not agree with it, you know. It's a leftover from a bygone age of the upper class. But most of them are farming now. And, you know, the only way to preserve nature and make life a bit better for everybody, just to support them, you know. Go out, visit these estates and things, you know, stately homes. And then stuff like this is saved, preserved for your kids and your grandkids. Because if not, it's going to disappear. And quickly. Careful management is what's created all this. And preserved nature. Preserved everything that lives in here. I know it all sounds a bit pretentious and stuff, but it's the truth, you know. Like I say, I don't pull any punches, I don't lie to you. It's just the way it is. I don't know, Bodgers, I don't know. I'm trying not to get too deep in these Bodger blogs, you know. But, you know, it gives me the opportunity to spend an hour just while I'm having my dinner or having a break. I can come and look at this. It's good for the soul, good for the mind. You got something to think about, you know. Come out here. Welcome people in Yorkshire, you know. If you're from the towns or whatever, come up, check us out. Go to the RAF Museum at Snaith. Great place. Not that I'm biased. We've got a lot of history here. We've got York, which has oh god, history going right back to the Romans and the Vikings, and even before, well before that, you know, close by is Stamford Bridge where there was a major battle. You know, Neolithic things being dug up left, right and centre. You know, the farm I worked on, we used to go ploughing and we used to find flint arrowheads and flint spearheads and things, you know. Stone Age man was there. Come to Yorkshire, it's great. That's about all I can say really, Bodgers. So I'll leave you with a parting shot. It was a bit of an impromptu one. I just happened to have the GoPro in the van, and I thought, well, you know, I might as well wang out another Bodger blog. But anyway, I'll shut up a bit. We'll ignore the cars in the background. You enjoy this. See you later, Bodgers.